really fun, awesome part of my job is working with over 200 volunteers for orientation who are not quite 50-50, but there are a lot of domestic volunteers who are maybe returning study abroad students or language students or students who have some sort of international focus. And so I get to work with domestic and international volunteers to help welcome these new students and get them started on the right foot. And I'm also the liaison between OISS and about 40 different international student clubs. And I'm the advisor to ISA, the International Students Association. Just getting to know these students, they make me laugh. They teach me things about myself and my own culture that I otherwise maybe wouldn't explore. So it's such an honor to work with students, sometimes on an immigration basis, but really on real-life human issues that I'm very interested in. I had the honor of being selected as one of 4 young professionals to go on a group study exchange to Rotary International. For 4 weeks, we went from the very tip of Chile up to Santiago, and we visited Rotary clubs and exchanged information about Michigan, specifically our district here in Michigan, and then we learned about Chile, and we got to go to K-12 schools. I got to go to a couple of universities and talk with international educators there, because I was there in a country where I don't speak the language very well, and I was eating food I'm not familiar with. It really reminded me of what our international students go through. And so as International Student Orientation Coordinator, I was reminded of how scary even the simplest things can be, things that we take for granted. For example, I didn't have a cell phone for 4 weeks. And so just being able to call a friend or say, hey, when are we meeting? Suddenly these things were much more difficult than they would be here at home. And we did homestays with Rotarians. And so, of course, I was at their mercy, but they took amazing care of us. And so sometimes I shared a room with one of my Rotarian friends. Sometimes we even shared a bed. And so I was reminded of what it's like to be outside of your comfort zone and how much one person being extra nice and taking care of you can really mean a whole lot.